During college, I worked nights at a call center helpline for a bank. Most calls were routine lost cards, forgotten pins, the occasional anger disguised as confusion. We were trained to keep it transactional: verify, resolve, move on. The clock was our master, and efficiency was the only god we were supposed to serve. At 1:47 a.m. on a Thursday, the line blinked. I answered, bracing for another frustrated voice. Instead, a trembling elderly voice said, "I just need to hear a human." Protocol flashed in my mind. Asterisk. Ask for the account number. Establish control. Asterisk instinct. A quieter but firmer voice said, asterisk. Don't. Just listen. Asterisk. Take your time, I said, my own voice softening. I'm right here. He exhaled a shaky breath, a sound that seemed to travel a great distance. My wife passed 3 weeks ago. I called to close her credit card, but every time they ask for the deceased, I hang up. It sounds so final. It makes her sound like a case file, not a person. I pulled up the account, my fingers swiftly muting the script prompts on my screen. You don't have to say it, I told him. Just confirm her birthday for me. He did, his voice strengthening slightly as he spoke her date. Silence stretched, fragile but alive. Then he said, we used to sit up late balancing statements together. It was our ritual, with tea and quiet laughter. I guess I miss even that. I did the paperwork quietly, narrating each step so the line wouldn't feel empty. I'm confirming the zero balance now. I'm processing the closure. When it was done, I said, her balance is cleared. Would you like me to send a formal closing letter? He laughed a small, astonished sound. A closing letter. That's what grief feels like, huh? A formal notice for an ending that still doesn't feel real. I hesitated, my thumb hovering over the end call button, then broke protocol again. Would you like me to write something at the bottom? Something personal? Just from this call? He paused, and I could hear him breathing, considering. Could you just write, account closed with love? I can do that, I said, typing the words into the internal notes where only another human would see them. Before hanging up, he said, you're the first person who didn't rush me off the line. You gave me 12 minutes. That was a prayer. Months later, a corporate memo circulated. Customer sent letter of commendation for agent #4720. Inside was his note. She spoke like my wife was still real. That was enough. They framed it in the break room as a motivational poster next to graphs about call times. Most people walked past it, too busy to read. I never could. That note was a monument to a moment that metrics could never capture. Now I train new agents. The first thing I teach is what the manual forgot to print. Sometimes a call is not about a card or a fee. It's about someone trying to balance their heart, to find a steady voice in the overwhelming silence. Empathy costs minutes, not money, and 12 minutes can sound like a miracle to someone calling from the edge of loneliness.